Hi, my name is John from Japanese Knife Imports, and today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about some knife care and maintenance, specifically with regard to carbon steel knives coming from Japan. The issue that happens with carbon steel knives coming from Japan is that they ship with a lacquer coating. It's actually a liquid vinyl called viniru that comes on the knife that the makers put on there to help protect it during transit so it doesn't scratch when they're shipping it, but also help protect it from rust and corrosion over time. The thing is that this coating needs to be removed before you start using the knife. And it seems that a lot of our customers were not particularly aware of that. And I know that a lot of people see these things and they think that it's actually part of the steel or part of the heat treatment. So I have a couple of examples here of knives that have this coating on it. Here you can see one of our Geshin Kagekyo Yanagibas. This one happens to be white number 1. And on this little part over here, I don't know how well this will come through in the video, but you'll see that there's a kind of rainbow coating, a multicolored coating. And I think that you can see this in the product pictures as well. And what this coating is actually not a part of the steel. This is that vinyl coating. And because of the way it's applied and because of the type of material that it leaves this multicolored finish. It looks really pretty. However, it does need to be removed before you start using the knife. Let me show you one other example of what that might look like. This one is one of our Geshin Itetsu Tsujihikis, and it has that same kind of coating on it. So this one happens to be mirror polished, and so did the other one. And what happens is when you remove this coating, the mirror polish becomes a lot brighter and a lot more illustrious. And it also helps make sure that the knife, as you start to use it, develops patina more evenly. So one issue that a lot of people have come to me with is that as they start to use their knives and they aren't aware of this vinyl coating, they don't remove it before they use it. And so the only part that comes off is due to abrasion while cutting food or something to that effect, and they get very uneven patina development over time. So what I want to explain to you guys is how you should take care of your knives once you get them, what you can do to clean them up and remove this coating, and what you can do to make sure that you're maintaining them and caring for them over time. So the best way to remove the coating is with acetone. It's the easiest way to take this stuff off, and I actually use these little cotton makeup pads. You can see these. It's funny, I used to make fun of my wife for spending a lot of time and money looking into these things, but it turns out that the really good ones are really good and the really bad ones really suck. So maybe you can ask your wives or girlfriends what they use and try to use the same things, because I found that there's actually a big difference in quality among them. And so what you want to do is saturate the cotton pad or cotton ball with acetone, and you're going to start to wipe the blade clean. And you want to make sure that you're using clean sections of the pad to wipe stuff away. Otherwise, it tends to just smear the vinyl coating around, and you'll be able to see that because it will also look quite streaky. So you may go through a couple of these pads as you clean stuff up, and during this time you also want to make sure that you're being careful and not cutting yourself. The entire blades are often coated with this, and you'll see it mostly with carbon steel knives, but it does also happen sometimes with stainless steel knives. So once it's removed, you'll see that it does require a little bit more care on your part to make sure that the knife isn't rusting or corroding or having patina development when you're not paying attention to it. Which brings me to my next point. There are a number of things that you can do after preparing the knife for use and after using the knife to help make sure that your carbon steel knives aren't rusting or picking up any kinds of problems over time. And the easiest way to do that is to give them a light coating of tsubaki oil or camellia oil, which is a commonly used oil in Japan to protect knives and also swords. I think people tend to use it because it's food safe and it has some antimicrobial properties. So what you want to do is give the blade a little spritz of this kind of stuff and then wipe it off gently with a clean towel or a paper towel or something like that. And so that's one way, if you're going to store your knife for an extended period of time, that you can make sure that it's not rusting while you're leaving it in your drawers. Another way that we like to use here at the store is with Renaissance wax. Renaissance wax is a little bit more permanent solution, as once you put it on, it tends to stay on a little bit better. So this is what I do when I'm shipping knives to customers either internationally or across the country, and especially to areas of high humidity. And it's also something that we use for a lot of the products that we have here on display in the store. What it is, very similar to the camellia oil, is it gives the blade a coating. It's actually much more similar to the viniru or the liquid vinyl coating that the makers use. Because it helps protect the knife from scratching, from fingerprints, and also from rust and corrosion. The issue is that you probably don't want this stuff in your food. So if you do tend to use this kind of thing, it's a little bit more beneficial for long-term storage than it is for short-term storage, as it will need to be removed each time before you start to use the knife. And again, acetone is the easiest way to remove this kind of stuff. So when you see your new knives and they come to you from the maker, whether it's from us or from somewhere else, and you see that they have a kind of rainbow coating on them, or it looks like it's got a little bit of lacquer coating on it, or if you start to use your knife and you notice the patina isn't developing as evenly as you think it should, you'll see that it develops in areas where it kind of looks like the blade got scratched and then patina developed there. your knife probably has a lacquerware coating that needs to be removed. So hopefully, based on this video, you'll now know how to deal with that kind of stuff when it occurs. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Again, this is John at Japanese Knife Imports. Have a great day.